Hey guys, I'm Jeff, and you're watching Valley Fish, and sorry about the glare. If you remember back in the tour, we went through this little rack of tins. It's really a stand, not a rack, but this bottom one was basically my coal tank, and unfortunately, the coal tank really has no purpose anymore. I've collected enough strains that I don't have room, so for right now, the coal system is just going to be a 5-gallon bucket, and every week we're just going to make a trip to the pet store and get rid of them guys as fast as we pull them out. But instead of filling up a 10-gallon, I need to use it. So what I did is I used to have ADA soil, it used to be a shrimp tank, no longer really has any buffering abilities. But it does grow plants really well. Actually, so well I have like ginormous hair algae issues, which, if you remember the tour, that was as good as it gets. It's always just a big old mess. So what I've done is I'm going to overload it with plants that I like, and hopefully that'll drive me to keep that hair algae down. And if that doesn't work, I got a couple ideas of knocking the light down a little bit. But we'll jump down. So I was sitting here watching my intro. It wasn't too bad, but I'm going to have to cut this in because I forgot to mention that the old substrate, I basically just dumped almost a whole bag of that Eco Complete on top of it. Show you 1 second while I flip you. Been flipped. So you can see this is that old, it's like 2-3 year old ADA, and it runs around the bottom. And then, I don't know, probably 2.5 inches and 10 gallon. That's pretty good substrate level. I am starting to believe a lot more in the deeper beds. So anyways, we got this Eco Complete, which really nice. This one come out with a whole bunch of like sand, pebble, quite a bit of mixture in the texture. So I like it. That's gonna have to jump this in there somewhere just so you guys know what I'm talking about. But went with Eco on top of the old ADA, and should be pretty good. As for light goes, it's just a simple Aquaneats off of eBay, a couple years old, and on this tin, it's just a lot. And you got little Roxy, the fur monster, blocking the view. Alright, so anyways, you can see through her, you can see the tank. And we'll go through it a little better when I can get her out of the way, because she needs her pets. And you're all slobbery because Rascal slobbered on you, gross. But anyways, I just need the space. I'm not sure which line I'm going to put in there. I got a pretty good idea. Almost positive, but we won't go over that until I throw them in there. I'm going to show you the tank first, decide what I'm going to do, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so we got Roxy. She's gonna leave finally. This is the tank. I really like it. It's really low on the ground. I got some ideas later on how to change that. I'm gonna put some blocks under it, but right now, it is what it is. Love this rock. I can't remember what it's called, but like it. I got 2 pieces actually. And I went with 2 different types of rocks. It's a little unusual, but this Rotelia colorata, it's almost tall enough that I need to do a trim. When I do, I'm going to fill in between the 2. It's going to look really good. This is really an unknown little Gigia to me. I don't know what kind it is. And this is the first time it's ever been in hard water. And Roxy's going to help us out. But it looks like the tips are going to turn red. But we'll see what it changes like. Because it went from a soft water tank to a hard water. And so did this. I'm hoping for no melt. It's been in this tank for 3 days. Hopefully it keeps growing and I can trim it, because that'd make really good guppy fry cover. Really good. It's like a quarter of a 10-gallon. And then this is just the Wendigo Crypt that I like them, so I keep them around. Okay, so what I want to show you, one little modification I did. This little sponge filter. Now I hope I don't get tons of the protein skim, but my cannot stand getting bubbles outside the tank and on my lights. You see how much mineral deposit I got on there? So I had to come up with something better. So that is the Gatorade bottle. And I'm gonna jump around and show you what I did. Get the light positioned right back like I like it. A little off cock. Gonna work good. So all I've done is, whoa, blind you. Took the Gatorade bottle off, trimmed it right where it pretty much meets the sidewall. I just took a real nice bit and turned it, and it actually ran through the cap, and then stuck the air line. It's actually tight enough that I got to pull it up and down. I have tried where it solo floats on there loose. You want it tight, it just seems to work better, but I can actually feel the air blowing on me. So what that does is all little bubble splatter stays in the tank, blub, 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 and then the air discharges there. Now it'll work until the water level evaporates, and when it gets below the lip, it'll run out. But if I keep her topped off, it'll work well. It's kind of fun. It's working good. I've tried a few different methods, and you've probably seen that along the way. That one is working the best so far. So if it will ever focus, sorry, it's really low to the ground, which makes this super difficult. So I love this plant. I want to see it do really well in hard water, and this one I'm super excited about. I did not scrape the glass because I wanted to make a bad video, and I got BB plecos that when they get a little bigger enough, I don't care if I can't even see what's going on in there. I want that good food source for them. So we're gonna do that, and zoom in on this plant that I told you. That's that Luigi, I believe, that sold to me as a hybrid, but I don't know. If I ever come across what it's called, I'll let you know. I got all this Rotalia. Well, if you wouldn't believe it, this is my 20 long. It's actually drowning out my pink flamingo where it was getting not very good light and turning from pink to green just because it was unhappy. But you see right back there, I know it's cloudy because I just did this a couple days ago, but that's only like 6 inches worth of tank, and all that Rotalia was in there. And let's jump around. I got probably another 6-8 inches. It does narrow up, but I could almost fill that tank in just that one little spot. I love this 20 long, except for I cannot stay on top of how fast it grows. My Archaeata growing up out of the water. This guy, horrible with names, just needs trim. This is what that plant looks like in soft water that's up front in the tin. Obviously there's no red tips because I snipped them off and took them over to the other tank. We'll update the shrimp explosion. I've been dumping wood in this tank like crazy. Big old wood pile. And the shrimp sure like it because they're reproducing like crazy. Like I said, I got a little cheat sheet because every time I get on camera, I can't remember what anything is called. You see the Luigia, I scratched it because I don't think that's what it is. I did put the Rotalia in hard water behind this dirty tank on the same light. Just horrible substrate, but it did never melt on me, so I got hopes that it's gonna work. Oh, Gigia didn't melt either, and it came out of that tank, and it looks good. But I do have a problem when I pull my soft water plants out. They melt on me. Okay, I don't want to make y'all dizzy running around looking at tanks, but let's see. If we, I think I'm kind of on the fence on these grass guppy line, what to do. If y'all remember, I had that really pretty mosaic guppy that kicked out of my grass line. He passed about a month ago, but the females that he produced look totally different than all the others, so I'm really excited to see what those look like. so I'm gonna probably have to keep it around just a generation or two. I did set up a secret 5.5 gallon, and I think I got room to squeeze one more 10 in over by the window, another plan. So gonna be a few little updates on moving some fish around, and I don't know, maybe I'll ever finish that full fish room tour, but things just keep moving, shuffling, kind of what you do with guppies. But we're gonna show these guys off in a little container, and I'll probably catch you guys later. Okay guys, well, I've been editing this video and I'm already up to the 11-minute mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a two-part video. Part 1 just giving you an update on the tank redo, and then part 2 will be we'll go through, pick some breeders, and hopefully it comes out pretty good. So thanks everybody for watching, and you'll see more out. Thanks again.